Hello and welcome back to the Cricket Draft YouTube channel. My name is Dan Jadzovic. I am hosting you through the T20 Blast. Now, Dan Weston hasn't gone anywhere, but with the fixtures, with the schedule, it's slightly tricky to get both of us together at the same time on the right day of the week. But he will be back, I promise. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, drop us a like on the video. And today, we're rounding up game week 1 and looking ahead to game week 2 for the Women's Vitality Blast in 2025. Now, there's already been a tied game in game week 1. That was between the Bears and the Blaze. Big points were scored everywhere, with the top 6 point scorers in game week 1 coming from 6 different sides. Half the total innings scores so far have been 160 runs or more, so there's plenty of runs about, although weather forecast might have something to say about that. Maya Boucher and Ella McCocken from Hampshire had the highest points per game in game week 1, and both of those players have triple game weeks in game week 2, but more on that later. 6 of the 10 highest point scorers in game week 1 were valued under £7 million, so there's plenty of value to be had and could free up some space for some of those big ticket players that are going to be playing in this competition this summer. 8 of 20 of the top 20 in the women's game were bowlers, and 14 of the 20 were owned by over 10% of directors of crickets throughout the first game week and where you put those teams together. So look, free up some budget. There's some big overseas players coming in, some fantastic domestic players about as well. But let's have a look to game week 2 and see what the plans are, see who's playing, and see what options you might get. There are 4 teams this week with a triple game week. The rest all play twice, so there's no excuse to get a really good and balanced side out for the second game week for this competition. Lancashire, they play twice at home during this game week, and it has been a high-scoring affair in Lancashire so far this summer. So if you're looking for batting options, maybe the Red Rose of Lancashire is the place to start. Just like in the men's game, could be a fantastic opportunity to use one of those 2 googlies. You obviously got a 12th player and you've got double captain 12th player. You pick your highest point scoring player from the bench into that 11, and the double captain makes as much sense as what you think it does. You get 2 players that score double points during the course of the game week, and with those triple game weeks, could be no better time to use one of those options up. There are a few differentials within the women's game though, because it is a much smaller pool of players. But Harris has come in late to the game, plus you've got Esme McGregor and Anderson at Somerset, who are only owned by less than 7% of directors of cricket, and they've got bumper game weeks coming up. The Surrey players could be worth having a look at as well. They only played once in game week 1, but they go for a triple game week in game week 2, and relatively low ownership across the board of the Surrey players. There's currently 7 players with a strike rate of 150 or more who have scored over 50, and 5 of them have triple game weeks this week. It's Harris for the Bears, McCocken and Boucher and for Hampshire, Wyatt Hodge for Surrey, and Lister for Lancashire. And there are 3 bowlers who have bowled 7 or more overs in game week 1 with an economy rate of less than 6. That's Anderson for Somerset, Izzy Wong for the Bears, and Grace Ballinger for the Blaze. There's your wrap up. There's your look ahead to game week 2. Let us know what substitutions, which transfers you're making. Are you going to use a googly this week? And we'll see you again very soon to have a look ahead to game week 3.